Alright guys, it is getting late in the afternoon on Monday. The wind's blowing pretty good, which I don't like, but I'll take it because it is a little bit of a cool breeze. Anyway, I just 2K'd all the chassis parts finally, and a few pieces that aren't related to the chassis. But the rear end cover, I've already took it in the garage. It's sprayed, and some of the other little small pieces that were stacked on a 2x4, a short one, I actually took them and got them out of the way as well. But you can see all of the detail now after everything, in final prime, how slick it is. That's going to be pretty sweet. That's the bottom of the upper A-arms, and they're all smoothed out. These A-arms are very, very hard to paint. I'm going to have to come up with some other way to paint them. It's not so bad with primer because I know I'm going to sand it, but the paint is the I need to get it all at one time. I think I just need something a little bit taller, so I may have to make something out of some old 2x4s I've got here, but I got more parts hanging on this 2x4. These pieces I actually have to hold on to and spray them, but everything's got two heavy coats on it, so it should sand really, really nice. Those spindles I'm amazed at, because they were the roughest cast of anything I had here, and they are freaking slick. I guess everything is, but that was a lot of work, man. That was lots and hours and hours and hours of work. I think total, I tried to kind of keep track of how many hours I spent sanding the poly primer, and it's right at about 6.5 hours to sand it all, because there's all the little edges and all that stuff to get down into, and changing your paper when it wears out. And it was just a pain, but as you can see, it was worth it. As I said before, the rear end cover that's on it is just basically keeping the grease from seeping out onto my fresh paint. I've got a cast aluminum one that I just sprayed. Anyway, I'm happy. It's one step closer, man. One step closer. I do believe if we don't get any rain next weekend, I'll be having a painting party. I don't have to paint everything at once, because I know sanding that rear end is going to take quite a few hours. But I could go ahead and paint, like all the front suspension parts, and that way I go ahead and assemble the front suspension. I think it'd be better to spray it all at once, and then it's all done, and then it's just a thrash of bolting everything together. I can't wait to bolt it all together. Hell, that's going to be the simple part. This is the support for the hood latch. It goes behind the grill. I've got speed holes in it. This is a cover I made that hides the hood latch, so you don't see up inside and see the actual hood latch. This is a cover. Anyway, guys, that's some slicked up chassis parts, and lots and lots and lots of hard work sanding. But oh boy, is it going to pay off. Man, these things are going to look awesome. And all of that work and blocking out all this stuff. I mean, look at the joints, how smooth they are. That's freaking awesome, man. I'm glad I did it. I mean, it sucked, and I griped and invented new cuss words, but I'm glad I did it, But it'll pay off in the long run, especially when the shiny paint goes on. But like I said, I need to make some kind of jig to actually be able to do them lower control arms, and I think they just need to be higher. I actually had them laying on the tables and sprayed the top sides of them, and then, because I've been priming most of the day, and then after they kicked off pretty good where I could handle them, I actually slid them on the bars and hung them, and then did the bottom sides. So, but I ain't going to be able to do that with paint, because I need the paint to lay out smooth on them. So I'll think of something. I've got all kinds of stuff in my backyard that I've made jigs for oddball crap through the cars for the past few years since I've been here. I like that right there. I actually had a little bitty U-bolt thing that went through the 2 holes in the middle bracket, and I had a big old wooden dowel rod, and I can't find that. I don't know what I did with it. But it went down into a brick that had a hole in it, and the brick was just laying down there, but the dowel went down in between, and that's what I, on the deal, screwed to the end of it was a big old flat piece of, I think it was a 1x4, and my air cleaner fit on that, and that's how I painted my air cleaner, and I was able to turn the dowel, and paint it. But I can't find that dowel rod. I probably could have used that. But anyway, all right, guys, that's it for the 2K party, and man, I'm happy. That's I have a smile on my face for once. Now I got to sand all this crap again just to paint it.